9910, or if you're watching Living TV on digital satellite, press your red button right now. And the lines close at 11:30, so enter straight away and let us know. More from Interactive a little bit later on. David, back to you.
Sterling work as ever. Thank you very much indeed, Julian. OK, chaps. Gordon, this is the first time that you've actually sat here watching what's going on. What do you make of what you're seeing?
There's such a lot of information coming through, and both mediums are talking about picking up on energies and things. I'm rather disappointed that we are not having more phenomena in that case, because it sounds to me like they're saying the place is full of spirits and full of energy, and yet we're not getting any interaction from them. So
would you expect then, if you had two mediums, that the sum of the two is much more than that?
Well, not even so much that there's two mediums there. The fact that the mediums are sensing all these spirits and names of everything's coming up, that would tell me that if this place is seriously haunted like that, we should be getting some phenomena, which we can...
So why aren't we?
That I can't say. It should be doing... There should be, if people are reporting that this place is haunted by so many people, so much history, I would love to see something happen tonight. I really
think we
would.
all would.
Yeah.
Thank you. OK, what about you, Matthew? What do you make of what you're seeing? Because I'm going to say it once again, you know, we've seen Wallace, 1904 murder, we've heard all this stuff that Richard Jones says is true, did happen.
Well, as you know, my interest is in terms of, you know, how strong is this in terms of evidence? And both Gordon and I were talking, and also before David went out, he was very keen to point out that when you have a location like this and there is information about it which is in the public domain, and also there was some discussion when David was here, so he says, well, what if I get information about that relates to what we're talking about, what do I do with that? Because from an evidence point of view, it's not particularly meaningful. But I said, well, yeah, you've got to go out there and you've got to do what it is. If you get something, you've got to just say it. So it's difficult to really make sense of that kind of information when, as we said before, it's possible to read about it or to heard it. And so from an evidential point of view, the names aren't so strong. So again, like Gordon, it'd be nice if we got something else that was kind of different from that.
It's certainly
nice if we got something else that was kind of different from that.
It certainly would. Well, all those names appearing which Richard Jones says did exist in the history books. But what will happen tonight? Will those spirits reawake? Find out after the break.
I'm drawn to this. This is negative.
The candle's just moved.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's just
It's
moved?
just moved. No, the whole thing's tilted.
That's how cold my hand is.
The doctor, okay, is responsible for 5 murders. For 5. James Maybrick, he was responsible for more.
That has already happened tonight. Welcome back to Most Haunted Live at Halloween. This is the night when paranormal activity is said to be at its highest. The team are in the Blind Beggar pub. Let's go and rejoin them.
Not moving. OK, well, Paul and myself have come down into the cellar. We are completely on our own. We have a webcam with us. I'm controlling the camera. Upstairs, they're continuing with the séance. I'll just ask them, please, guys, can no one move any chairs or move around because we can hear you above us. Thank you. Now, I'm not...
If you can hear us then, no one was actually moving around. We're on the webcam and everyone is still.
Oh, well, there's footsteps.
And again.
Yeah.
We were just saying in the break that the temperature is dropping dramatically here in the cellar. And we think, we're not sure, but I'll just have to test. Did you do that then? Did you just tap on the floor?
No, I haven't moved. Seriously. Over there.
And behind us.
So they're not walking round upstairs?
No. They're not moving, I've been told. There's been, I don't know if you picked that up on the webcam or on our sound, but we've just...
Hang on. Oh, we are. It's over there. Should you ask her to...
Yeah. Go on.
All right, you. You're a coward in life, murdering women. doing it behind closed doors, not revealing yourself. Don't be a coward in death. Actually, do something now that proves your existence. Come on. Come on.
Just pan around the room. There's a cupboard over there. They are behind us. Did you hear it?
Something, definitely. Come on, if there's anybody here, please show yourself. Please do something. Why is it gone deathly quiet?
I don't know.
Like that sort of quiet, that?
Yeah, like...
Come on, please. Maybe you can't reason with evil. Come on, come on, just come out. Come on, show yourselves. We're well able for you. Come on, out you come frighten us. No?
Whoa, you hear that?
Yeah.
That was a... And again. There's 2 bangs, keep talking.
Come on, please, out you come. If I want to saying please, because you're nothing but a coward. Evil, coward, despicable. You are nothing in life, you're nothing in death. I don't know why we're wasting our time. Show yourself. Come on, show yourself right now.
Did you hear it?
I can hear something.
There's a bang above us.
Come on.
Can I just check in the studio? No one's moving around, are they? Please say in my earpiece, no one's moving around upstairs. What? I can't.
Bloody arse,
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Over here by where the ale comes in. I'm serious, I'm not taking the piss or nothing like that. There, right there. Something was there. I'll tell you now, something was there. I'm serious, on my life. Something was there. Something was there.
It's all right, we're all right. Leave us, it's okay, Andy.
See, I'm serious. Something was there in that corner. I'm telling you now.
What did you hear?
I didn't hear anything.
You saw it?
What it looked like, I'll do it for you. It looked like something was coming out here slowly. Seriously.
Oh, my God. Well, we asked for it. Are you all right?
I'm going to end up in St. Thomas.
What is that?
That could be the pipes.
But there's no electricity on. There's no electricity. Can you hear this hissing?
I'd say you're doing nice. Come on. You've done well so far and you've frightened us. Come on, show yourself. Surely you can do better than make hissing noises. We all get wind. Come on. That's not impressive. We want a bit more. Come on.
Oh, are they walking above us? Are they walking? Paul, the footsteps.
It's this corner here.
I know.
It's like...
Whoa. What is in there?
I didn't know where to find out. Shall I open it? Jesus, that don't. You don't know what's going to come out. I'm now losing all control. I came in here half-faced as hell and now I'm starting to like... We're not on our own down here.
I know.
Come on if you're in there. Come out. Look at me, I'm behind you.
Yeah, like... I can't open that door. Watch that cable behind me, Paul, just in case I trip over it. You fall.
Well, I've got to hold the oven.
You got hold of that.
Are we going in?
Yeah, come on. Oh, God, it's cold in here.
I don't like it in here.
Why?
I just don't. I really don't. I think it's... I don't know. It's not... It's... I don't know. I just don't like it. Maybe because there's a lot of battles and I haven't got an opener. But I don't... It's just... God, it's cold in here. I mean, beer cellars are cold, but this is cold.
Come on! Do something else! Is this tapping above us, then? It's tapping above us.
There's all manner of creaking and all carry on going on in there. Listen. That's the armchair. That's the armchair.
Let's go. Come on, come on, come on.
Do we have to?
Yeah, come on, come on. That's my cable. Is that armchair moved? I think it's in the same position. That's the cable dragging behind. That's the webcam.
Is this the one that's leaving the house?
Come on. Where are you?
Come on, show yourself. Come on, you've done nicely so far.
Paul, sit in the armchair.
Oh,
Go on. Are you happy to do it?
yeah, sure.
Are you sure?
Is this anyone in particular's armchair?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Right, I'm going to sit in this chair, okay?
I'm getting cold blast breezes across my hand.
I like your fear here. Right, come on. You've got us nice and scared. Do some of your little tricks. Come on.
Are they moving above us? Please tell me in the studio that they are. Oh, I don't know if you can hear this, but there's definite creaks and bangs, like cold blasts across my hands. There's definite temperature drops in here. Can you hear it? It's here. The noise is here.
Where? Just above you?
Just above me. I'm just holding the camera up, so maybe... What was that noise again?
Sounds like something going.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was like a... Come on, show yourself to us. Do something else. I know we ran away before, but we won't this time. Where was that coming from?
Here, by these cases. I'm not sat here because I'm brave. I'm sat here because I'm paralysed with fear. I shouldn't have screamed before, because in that corner over there, I'm serious, there was like... It wasn't my shadow, it wasn't your shadow, but there was a shadow.
That's my shadow. Right, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go in this. You stay in the armchair and I'll go in the cellar. This thing here. Because we heard noises. We heard noises, didn't we? When we were in here.
Yeah, we heard noises out here when we were in there. So when you go in there, I'm going to be out here. Well, go on, I'll be all right.
You sure?
Yeah. Come on, please. Oh, come on, be a pal, just, you know.
Oh, God, it's so cold in here. Okay, okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, you shit. Come on, show yourself. There's noises. There's noises behind me. Come on, show yourself to us. You coward. You shit. Come on. Come on out of the shadows and do something. Make some more noises. I don't know if people are walking above us. Again, I'm hearing constant footsteps and movements, heavy thuds. You all right, Paul?
Yeah.
There is so... And again, bang, bang, bang. I'm hearing it all. Again, I don't know.
There's all manner going on around here.
Is there?
Yeah.
Just trying to get the webcam light out of this.
It's here. It's like...
Sorry for my shots. Can you throw something at us?
Oh, thanks. What, like a barrel?
A barrel. Come, make one of these barrels move. Tap against the barrel. It's no good you walking above us. We can't see you. Come on.
We've tried to go in.
Oh, listen. Again. Do it again. Bang again. If you can hear us and you can see us, then bang again. There you go. That wasn't that before the cable dropped. And again, please, can you bang twice? Bang twice if you can hear my voice. I swear, I know you're saying everyone's standing still. And you saw this thing over here.
Oh, definitely. I mean, seriously, you know, I'm not taking the pay, seriously.
What was that? Was that the dog?
Did you just hear the howl?
Was that the dog, please, studio? Oh, bloody hell! What? Don't leave me in here!
Get up,
Jesus, what?
Quick.
What? I can't.
Bloody arse,
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Over here by where the ale comes from.
Well, welcome back to Most Haunted Live at Halloween. This is one of the strangest shows I've ever presented, I have to say. We have a new recruit to our investigation team, and that is Paul O'Grady, and he is frightened. It's very funny to watch, actually. Matthew Smith, let me ask you about Paul's behaviour on location, because clearly he's in a state of anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously kind of... I don't know his own kind of beliefs in terms of whether or not he kind of believes in ghosts. I think there is an element of, you know, he wants to come along because he's interested in the show.
All I do know is he's an avid viewer.
Exactly, but I think also what you're seeing down there is, I mean, they're hearing stuff, seeing things, and he's getting scared by it. I mean, and that's what, of course, when it's the usual members of the team, by now they've had these experiences so often, in so many places, they can go, oh, I've heard something, but the kind of routine to try and sit there and stay calm.
I have to say, I've never seen a member of the team run so fast.
Well, exactly. You're saying, well, I want to get out of there. And it's probably only after a while you thought, oh, I better really stay, I suppose.
And what about you, Gordon?
Well, again, most natural hauntings without the Most Haunted team being there occur when somebody is in a heightened state like that. So bringing somebody like Paul in could actually cause phenomena to go off because of his anxiety.
Therefore, make you believe there's phenomena when there isn't really?
No, if phenomena happens, it happens, so it wouldn't make you believe. The fact that Paul's bringing this energy into it could actually cause it. I think so, yeah.
OK, well, we shall see what happens next. Thank you very much for the moment, gentlemen. Julian, what are people saying at home?
Well, lots and lots of reactions to Paul and Yvette, as you can imagine. We've been inundated, so thank you for that. Sandra and Vince in Birmingham say we saw a white shadow by Paul. Karen and George in Hitchin have seen a shadowy figure next to those beer barrels. Craig from Bowes in Idaho has been feeling something brushing against his face and neck whilst watching the show. Be careful, Yvette. That is the message. A large man in a hood is following you, says Jamie in Nuneaton. And Tracy from Essex has just jumped out of her skin as she saw something at the same time as Paul and screamed at the same time as Yvette. She's really spooked now, she says. Now, let's look at the photos. These are really popular tonight. Thank you very much indeed for all your photos. And here's the first one coming up. Jodie in Hereford captured this line of light next to the TV, but it's not coming from the screen. So look, you can see that line of light on the front of the curtains there. Michael in Birmingham saw this pink light moving up and down his stairs. Gosh, that's quite dramatic, isn't it, that one? Michael, thank you very much indeed for that. Don't forget the number 07725 203 049. Emma in Consett caught this image, but there was nothing opposite the mirror. That is amazing. Thank you very much indeed for that one, Emma. Ellen and Justin captured this image on their sofa. Can you make out the face looking left? Oh, yeah, vaguely, thank you. And Kim in Solihull saw this image on the CCTV footage from her clothes shop. Is it a figure? She says. Thank you very much for that. Now, the webcams are really busy. MostHauntedLive.net is the place to go for our webcams, OK? So here we go. Webcam 1. This is where, of course, Paul and Yvette have been. Hundreds of viewers reporting whispering noises on the webcam. And there we are, Emily in Newport, Wendy in Hull, and Ray in Bedworth, just amongst a few. Webcam 2, let's have a look at that now, there it goes. Lee in Brighton has seen a woman walk past the camera and round behind the bar. Lots of people are saying that, actually. Mark in Eastham, Wirral, has seen the figure of a woman with a basket, and the name Maggie Cartwright came into his mind at the same time. Let's look at webcam 3 now. This is in the cellar corridor, by the way. Darren in Manchester has seen a figure carrying a heavy sack. Dean and Emma in Portsmouth think an alcoholic lady called Kate will contact Derek tonight. She will hold the key to tonight's events, they say. And then finally, webcam 4 on the webcams. Let's have a look at that one there. Lots of banging and clanging in voices, according to Alex in Fresno, California. Thanks, Alex. Leanne in Shotts can hear a growling on webcam 4. Elaine in Cardiff can see the figure of a man in a top hat looking very menacing there. And Joanna Crawford has seen an orb behind Yvette and Kieran earlier on that one. Now, our competition tonight, this is a really nice prize brought to you by Most Haunted Live and Strongbow. Your chance to go to Transylvania for 5 nights. This is a great, if you're a ghost hunter, you will love this prize, believe me. Accommodation thrown in, of course. Would you like to win that prize? You would. Well, here is tonight's question. We want to know what tonight is, so here's the question. We're asking you, Halloween is also known as A. Is it A, All Hallows Eve? Is it B, All Saints Day? Or C, All Souls Night? Now, if you think you know, dial 09015 339910 if you're watching FTN or Living TV and you want to go on the phone, or if you're watching Living TV in the UK on satellite, then press your red button right now and you could be a winner. The lines close at 11:30, so you need to get in really quick on that question. Finally, some odds at home. Strange things happening at home. Barnaby from Scunthorpe is home alone and keeps hearing a woman's voice whispering in his ear. And Daisy in Manchester is watching from behind the sofa because she keeps hearing the sound of creaking floorboards from upstairs. And Dennis in Norfolk is alone in his farm tonight, and he's heard the sound of distant wailing since the show started, and it's slowly getting closer. And I just mentioned Tony, our sound man. Tony, our sound man, just told me in his ear that his mum, who lives in Wales, she's watching Paul and Yvette, and the clock on top of the television flew off the television. She's absolutely petrified. Tony, thank you for that story as well. All details about how to get in touch with Interactive on our website, mosthauntedlive.net. More from us a little bit later on. David, over to you.
Great stuff. Thank you very much indeed, Gillian. OK, time to catch up with Richard Jones, our author, historian and ghost expert. So, Richard, a lot of names now coming up. Mary Ann, Polly.
He came up with the name Mary Ann, and I think David came up with Mary Ann, Derek came up with Polly. That would appear to be a reference to what is now thought to be the first victim of Jack the Ripper, which was Polly Ann Nichols. She was murdered on August the 31st, 1888.
Do we know where she was murdered?
She was murdered in Bucks Row, Whitechapel, which is it's a bit of a way from the Blind Beggar. It's about several streets over from the pub itself. She did frequent the pubs, and she would walk up and down the Whitechapel Road.
Without being too gruesome, how did she die, or what happened to her?
Well, it was a horrendous death, and I think there's one point we should make. We are dealing here with real women who met horrible ends, and yes. I think we really do need to show a lot of respect towards them.
Absolutely.
But her throat had been cut, she'd been disemboweled, and it was, as I say, it was really a dreadful death.
Now, we don't actually know who Jack the Ripper was, do we?
We don't.
Or in terms of how many victims or how many were responsible by Jack the Ripper? Because there were copycat killings.
I mean, David, there's one certainty I can say about Jack the Ripper, and that's nothing is certain. That's the only certainty I can say about him.
OK. And how much police time was devoted to this?
An awful lot of police time. It was investigated, first of all, by... Well, Mary Nichols' murder was investigated by J Division, which was the Bethnal Green Police Station. The next set were investigated by H Division. And then on the 30th of September, Jack the Ripper committed his double murder. That was the night of the double murder. He murdered Elizabeth Stride over in Berners Street, Catherine Eddowes in Mitre Square. And Mitre Square was significant because that brought another police force into the investigation, brought the City of London police into the investigation. And the city have their own police force. So they investigated that murder, and that led to a lot of friction because on the night of the double murder, the murderer left behind the only clue he ever left behind. And that was a blood-stained piece of apron that was found in a doorway not far from Mitre Square in Goulston Street.
But didn't a lot of people wear those aprons at the time?
In fact, all the women wore the aprons, but when they matched it, again, it was a horrendous death that Catherine Eddowes died, and the apron had been cut, so part of the apron had been taken away. Now, what it appears to happen, because a lot of people think when they think about Jack the Ripper that he would have been drenched in blood as he ran off through the streets, and a lot of people would come on the tours with me and say, well, surely somebody was seen, someone covered in blood. But it's not necessarily the case. For example, there were, between Goulston Street and Mitre Square, there were 89 butchers and slaughterhouses that worked through the night. So it's quite common to see men in blood-stained clothing. Okay. The gutters ran with blood as well. And the other point was that Jack the Ripper, when the prostitutes took Jack the Ripper to wherever they took him to, be it dark corners of dark squares, alleyways or passageways, let's be blunt, they were only going there for one reason. And suppose he's wearing a heavy overcoat. He goes into the square, he commits the murder. Well, he could be covered in blood all over his shirt, trousers, but all he has to do is put the coat back on, and that's going to cover the bloodstains. But because of the apron, I believe this is the important clue, because he's cleaned his hands on it, he's wiped away all the filth and nastiness on it. And then I think he used the recessed doorway and then just threw the apron into the doorway. But it's geographic, because it tells us where he's going. And he's going straight into the heart of the area, because he's got to be going to ground. He's murdered twice now in less than an hour. And he's been pursued. So he's got to be going home. So I think it does point to someone who lived in the vicinity.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's extraordinarily gruesome. Let me lighten the mood just slightly. Do you know where pumpkins come from, by the way? You know that we
I doubt you were going to tell me that, were you?
Well, do you know that we used to use turnips to ward off evil spirits here in Britain, and it was the Americans who then changed it into pumpkins.
Oh, God bless America.
So there you are. So what's more will happen tonight on Most Haunted Live at Halloween. This is the night when paranormal activity is said to be at its highest. The team are at the Blind Beggar. But what will happen? Find out after this break.
What? Don't leave me in here!
I'm drawn to this. This is negative.
Well, welcome back to Most Haunted Live on this Halloween night. It's the pinnacle, the climax of our investigation. It is night 4. Now, the studio here is in East London, and the team are currently relocating to the second of tonight's locations. But I am loving the sort of things that you're saying at home. And I particularly was taken by this from Maria in Coventry. And she says her husband and herself are celebrating their 18th wedding anniversary today, but they're very, very avid Most Haunted fans. So they've decided to stay in and cuddle on the sofa to watch the show instead of going out for a romantic meal. Oh, bless you. So thank you very much indeed for that. And Laura Sugar, happy Halloween to you. You were meant to be here in the audience tonight, but you're heavily pregnant and you were very concerned that you may be too frightened and might deliver here in the studio, which might have been interesting. Thank you very much for all of those. Let me just ask you, Gordon, now clearly we're starting to talk now about Jack the Ripper. Now, very few names have come up in association with that so far, and yet we're very much in that area.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
No, not really, because I don't think any of the mediums would want to go there consciously, because they know they're going to be accused of coming up with Jack the Ripper. So it doesn't surprise me. I do feel, though, it's a very difficult one. Why would Jack the Ripper still be running around haunting? And if Yvette Fielding keeps shouting out, "Throw something at me," I'd be very suspicious of that. If Jack the Ripper was in the area, he might just toss a big knife at her, so she better watch. So please, Yvette, stop shouting at spirits and swearing at them.
Yes, that would be a first on television, wouldn't it? Matthew, does that help you in terms of thinking this is, what we're seeing is real evidence, in terms that no one has come up with anything to do with Jack the Ripper?
No, not really. And also, I think actually some of the things that have been said, of course, are related to that case. But I think as we find with these locations where there is information that's known and there's an expectation that something might come up that relates to a certain story, a certain event, that you can't really win either way. Either you come up with no information, and you say, well, could you interpret that as being something positive? Well, no, it's not, because it's no evidence. Or you come up with stuff and think, well, it's not done under conditions which could rule out normal explanations. So it is a very difficult one to make sense of.
Well, I'm just looking through what's come up so far tonight. This name Wallace, the 1904 murder, all this stuff that Richard Jones says is true, is in the history books. And this is what's happened so far tonight.
I'm drawn to this. This is negative.
The candle's just moved.
Yep.
What do you mean it's just
It's
moved?
just moved. No, the whole thing's tilted.
That's how cold my hand is.
The doctor, okay, is responsible for 5. For 5 murders. James Maybrick. He was responsible for more.
Come on, show yourself to us! You coward! You shit! Come on! Oh, bloody hell! What? Don't leave me in here! Jesus, what? What? I can't. What's the matter?
So there you go. That's what's happened so far tonight. Julian, what do people say?
Well, first of all, there are lots of people wishing you and Derek lots of luck with your new living shows. So I just want to mention that first of all.
Thank you very much.
So
That's very
just want
sweet.
to pass that on, and thank you for that. And also lots of people saying you're delighted Paul O'Grady is on the programme tonight, so that's brilliant. Can I remind you, if you want to talk about the show tonight, you can. There's a special brand new phone-in at midnight tonight. It's called Your Say. The team come on the programme, which is always great, so they ring in as well, and you could be on the phone as well. So let me tell you how it works. You can call me on this number, 0901 307 3444, or you can text chat and then a message, your name and location, to 83444. And of course, details on the website, mosthauntedlive.net. That's between midnight and 1 tonight. So if you've enjoyed the show and you want to talk about it, call me and we could be talking between midnight and 1. Now, photos, these come in thick and fast on 07725 203 049, and here's one coming up from Adam in Bicester. Photograph this ghostly figure by a snooker table. Yeah, that's quite good. Thank you, Adam, for that. Here's one. One viewer spotted this misty face appear above the television whilst watching tonight's show. I think I can work out the television in there. Thank you. Do say who you are, by the way, when you send your pictures, because there's no name on that one. And Ryan in Edinburgh took a photo of an empty corridor and captured this apparition. Spooky. Ryan in Edinburgh, thank you very much indeed. Now, your psychic art's been coming in thick and fast on the fax number, 0208 986 5981. This person has been waiting for his moment for many years. I feel the name Walter or Wallace, and this came in before Walter or Wallace came up in the show. Very interesting. Alan in Woodford, thank you. Is this Wallace? His energy is all around Derek, says Karen in Chigwell. Here's another one. Wallace, maybe, says Rob Hale in Southampton. Great picture there, Rob, thank you. And this man will contact Derek and may involve a vet, say Rob in Woodford. So thank you very much indeed for all those. Now, our competition, final chance to remind you on this. The lines close at 11:30. This is 5-day break in Transylvania, the ghost hunter's paradise, really, the home of Dracula, of course. And if you'd like to go on this holiday, brought to you by Most Haunted Live and Strongbow, this is how it works. You answer this question. Halloween is also known as A, All Hallows Eve, B, All Saints Day, or C, All Souls Night. Now, you can enter by dialling, if you're a UK viewer, 09015 33991. You press your red button right now. The entries cost £1, so good luck with that. And there are 5 runners-up, by the way, on that competition as well, coming to the next Most Haunted Live in December, including travel and accommodation. I'm going to be there. I look forward to meeting you in December for our next special. For the moment, that's all from Interactive. David, over to you.
Lovely. Thank you very much indeed, Julian. Well, I'm pleased to say that our team have now relocated to the second of tonight's locations. It's a little bit away from where we were, but without giving too much away, it's an extremely well-preserved example of this type of building with great history. So let's go and find out from the team what they're encountering.
Okay, well, we've actually come here into this amazing warehouse. The temperature is completely different to the place that we've just been to. It's very cold. You'd all agree with me on this?
Oh, yes,
yeah, okay. The whole team is here. Carl, how are you feeling about this particular location?
Well, as soon as we walked in, I had a quick walk just to the end of it, and every single one of us who has just gone in there to have a quick look and check the cameras and cables have all taken a sharp intake of breath as soon as they've gone in there. They've all gone, it's not nice. It really isn't nice. It's got a horrible, horrible feel to it.
Okay, all right. Completely different to the rest of the place. So as we walk along, I mean, David, Derek and Paul, because you seem quite sensitive, you know, picking up on energies and things like that. Just let me know if you're picking up on anything as we're walking through. I mean, it's just a huge place. I would describe it as nasty. You just wouldn't want to be in here.
No, it's not nice.
At all. Completely on your own. As I say, it's very cold. And I don't know if John can actually show you, but you can actually see there used to be 3 floors here to the building. And through the walls there are sort of derelict rooms. Obviously, we can't go into those. So there were 3 floors here, so we're obviously on the ground floor. Now, if spirits were to show themselves, if they're around, you might see something flitting across the back there or above, because that, of course, is where the floor levels were. Yeah. There's lots of objects around here that could be moved, thrown, pushed, or anything. So everybody just be aware of your footing and Yeah.
strange thing is that as you were explaining there about the floors and what have you, suddenly, it's the front of my eyes, all I was seeing and looking at was like reams and reams of clothes and a person hanging clothes. So I feel in this atmosphere, at whatever time, I feel maybe what I've just been seeing is a person working with these hangings of materials and clothes at some time.
Do you get the presence? Feel any presences here, David?
I've the only one I've got is, again, it's a female, and I couldn't figure out why she was halfway up the wall, and it took you explaining that to me that's probably why, because she is up there.
And can you
I
describe
thought she was a
her?
floater.
Can you describe her?
It's a classic at the moment in my head. She's a classic white lady, so it's just a white form at the moment, but she's moving very swiftly. She's moving round.
All right. Okay.
But I don't like it, just for change.
You don't like it?
No.
Why?
I just feel apprehensive, very apprehensive.
No, when
Sick.
you feel sick.
Yeah, I feel nauseous.
Do you feel that we're being watched?
Definitely watched, or I feel more like we're going into the lion's den as opposed to standing.
Okay. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I'd go along with that.
Yeah.
There's also something to add to that as well. Listening to David, I'm aware now of a spirit man that is actually following us. And this man, in stature, although only get it mind's eye, or maybe that's come from the residual energy, a very authoritative man, a very assertive man, and if he didn't see, to me he's like the boss of something, and if he didn't get things done his way, he would holler, he would scream, and yes, he was only small of stature, and you know what keeps ringing to my ears, I thought it was a first name, it's not, but I thought, I keep on getting Jacobs, and I don't mean Jacobs crackers either, but Jacobs is very strong in this atmosphere.
And when would you say this man was here? What time period?
Here, Sam? 18, the late 1800s.
Okay.
And what was he? What was he? He ran his business from here. He ran his business, and he ruled with an iron rod, this one, and he had a vicious bad temper to him. Oh, and Levy is here as well. Jacobs and someone called Levy.
Okay. And they're here with us now?
They're in this atmosphere around us.
Do you know what the business was?
Sorry, are you asking me a question?
Yeah, sorry. Do you know what the business was, Dave?
What was the business, Sam? Storage and haulage. Storage and haulage.
Okay.
Okay. Just for your information, I've just been hearing taps coming from behind us over there. Now, you know, the thing is we've only been here a few minutes, so it's very difficult to say what... Can you hear it? It's like a constant tapping. Yeah. Paul, how are you feeling in this atmosphere?
I think it's horrible. It's not nice, is it?
No.
No.
Really, isn't it?
No.
Okay, let's keep walking on.
Do you get any indication of first names, Derek?
Not yet, I haven't. As soon as I get it, I'll tell you.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, it's like the pub is sort of not feeling a great sadness again.
Have you?
A melancholy.
Yeah.
This isn't nice, walking
Sort
down
of
here.
loneliness, isn't it?
Yeah. This is not nice, walking down here.
No. Cobbles as well.
Yeah, it is. Look, the real cobbles and everything.
Nightmare with heels on.
Yeah.
Okay. How is everybody else feeling? Everybody all right?
Absolutely terrified as you come down here, to be
Are
honest.
you?
Yeah. I came down here earlier and didn't like it, and it was daylight then.
It's not a good feeling to
No, this isn't.
This
Is it?
atmosphere
No.
is putrid.
I feel sick.
Do you?
I do
Yeah,
feel.
it's
Well, I felt
putrid.
sick up there, and I feel worse coming down here, and I feel full.
You are, you're sweating, and it's
Yeah.
freezing in here.
I know. I don't want to say anything, but I do.
Okay.
You all right, John?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, it's horrible.
It's white in your face, the energy in here is white in your face.
Okay, watch that table behind you, guys. Okay. Oh, can you... It like a... Not a smell, but it's like a big draft just hit... Can you?
Yeah. Spirits.
That's probably me. No, but I know what you mean. It's like, is it a brewery or something?
No.
I can, you know.
Oh, I can smell
booze.
something now. Here, just stand here.
Yeah, I can smell
smell
booze.
it.
Yeah. No, it's not me. I haven't had a drink.
Whoa, fucking hell, what was that then? Who just pushed me?
What's that clinking noise?
No,
There's residual energy of horses here.
Are you right, Stu?
Horses all around.
Something's just pushed me on the shoulder there.
Where were you?
I was standing here. I was standing here and I literally...
Did anyone just touch you, yeah?
No, I was watching him very closely.
It was that.
There was nobody near him.
It was no more than that.
Definitely nobody near him.
Sorry, Richard, you were watching.
I was watching. I was actually staring at Stuart and the post
No
here,
word of a lie.
and there was nobody near him at all. Definitely not.
Okay.
Everybody just be aware and shout out if you feel anything. You're right, Stu?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Max okay?
Yeah, he's okay at the moment.
He's all right.
He dragged me down here, though.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we... God, it's
I
full.
smell booze.
Yeah. Okay. Join us after the break. We're going to start calling out here during the break, and if anything happens, we'll keep our cameras recording. Please stay with us. We're going to do a Ouija board later on, and we're going to be splitting everybody up into groups. Don't go away. This place has definitely got an atmosphere, and I'm sure something's going to... Oh. Please stay with us. Join us after the break.
I won't be in with.
Well, welcome back. It is fast approaching the witching hour. Oh, yes, midnight approaches. Welcome back to Most Haunted Live at Halloween. This is the night that paranormal activity is said to be at its highest. Now, the team have relocated. They're in the warehouse, which Yvette was talking about. These names have come up. Jacobs, Levy, and Derek senses the spirit of a horse. But what have all of you at home been seeing on the webcams? Let's find out from our man, Mr. Julian.
Thanks, David. I just have to say, thank you so much. I hope you're having a great Halloween, by the way. And thanks to our living FTN and American viewers who are being brilliant tonight on Interactive. We've never had such a big response. Let's look at the webcams and see what you're saying. Webcam 1, which is in the main bar, there it is coming up on the screen now. Major trend on webcam 1 is moaning and screaming. Amanda from Devon tells us that she had to turn the sound off from the webcams because the noises were scaring her too much. She's heard two women's piercing screams coming from them. Even as she is typing this, she can hear a very loud groaning. Webcam 2 in the pool bar. Karen Sutton saw a figure moving towards the camera. Webcam 3, Anthony in Cardiff has seen someone kneeling with arms outstretched. Webcam 4, dozens of sightings of a figure of a tall man there. And it's busy, busy, busy. More a bit later. Back to you, David.
OK, it's time to rejoin Paul O'Grady, of course, our audience member, the rest of the investigation team at the warehouse.
What is it? What is it then? What is it? Good boy, what is it?
Oh, my God.
What is it? Good boy. Good boy, what is it then? Oh, good lad. Good lad, what is it? What is it? What is it? Good boy. Oh, good boy, what is it? What is it? Oh, good boy. Good lad, what is it? What is it? Oh,
It's round. There's activity.
good boy, come on. What is it? What is it? Good boy, it's all right. Good lad, good lad. What is it? What is it? Oh, show me, what is it?
Just to let you know, while we were on the break, I don't know if you can hear me, David Wells actually picked up on the fact that there was a ghost of a little boy just stood in this corner. He then said, can we bring Max over here? And this is the reaction that Max has had. And he started scraping at the column and at the stable board here.
It's not Max that's frightening this boy. Max is just picking up it. This boy is very scared. Not by Max, by whatever it was in. Oh.
Can you see him? Can you see him, David?
He's here. That's what Max says.
It's where Max is.
Yeah, when Max is barking.
Can you put your hand where the little boy is?
He's this area, I would say. He's about here.
Okay.
I don't know why he's...
Talk out, David. Talk out.
Okay, he's really he's cowered down. So I'll show you what he's doing. He's doing this, and again, he's not scared of Max. It's not. I don't think he can even sense Max. So he's in here like this, hiding.
Someone just throw something then. It's dripping. It's what? Okay, sorry, Rach. Sorry, David. Carry on.
He's hiding in this corner from someone. It seems to be coming from that direction.
Okay.
So it's clearly someone who would have perhaps beaten him in life.
What's he dressed like? Can you see his clothes?
There's not much of them. They're just rags.
Okay. And
he is Victorian. He's Victorian.
Oh, so it's a Victorian. That's
Yeah,
the time
he is
period.
Victorian.
Any name with him?
It's a bit Lewis Carroll, I'm afraid. So it's Tim.
Okay.
You know,
That's what you're getting.
That's what I'm getting. Yeah.
And how old?
He's probably about 8.
Okay. And that's what Max is picking up on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get more from him, but he's just so, he's just so still. And I'm not even sure if it's residual. If it's residual, or if he's just visiting. Okay. But then why would he? I wouldn't visit if I'd been,
No. And how do you think he died?
Beaten to death.
By whom?
By whoever this male is that's coming. It's a male that's coming this way.
There's a man coming this way?
Well, that's what's in my mind now because I'm linking with the boy. That's what I'm saying.
And is there a man present here now?
I haven't sensed one yet.
Okay. But there's something...
There is definitely something negative that would have come towards them, yeah.
Okay. All right. That was unbelievable. The timing of it was just unbelievable. I don't know if we were recording that or anything, but it was just bizarre how when David piped up straight away and then Max went straight into it, didn't he?
He was in the air constantly.
Okay. I think what we should do now, maybe, I don't know how everybody else feels, Derek and Paul and Kieran and all the rest of the crew, if basically we do a Ouija board here and maybe send a couple of people up top. What do you think, Carl, yeah? All right. So it's back to you in the studio quickly while we reposition and get ourselves ready for a Ouija board. We'll keep Max down here with us and send a couple of people up top. But for me, that's absolutely fascinating. The timing of it was brilliant. It's back to you, David, in the studio. Okay, let's set up to do this Ouija board.
Okay. In this corner, from someone, it seems to be coming from that direction.
Okay.
So it's clearly someone who would have perhaps beaten him in life.
What's he dressed like? Can you see his clothes?
There's not much of them. They're just rags.
Okay. And
he is Victorian. He's Victorian.
Oh, so it's a Victorian. That's
Yeah,
the time
he is
period.
Victorian.
Any name with him?
It's a bit Lewis Carroll, I'm afraid. So it's Tim.
Okay. That's what you're getting.
That's what I'm getting. Yeah.
And how old?
He's probably about 8.
Okay. And that's what Max is picking up on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get more from him, but he's just so, he's just so still. And I'm not even sure if it's residual. If it's residual, or if he's just visiting. But then why would he? I wouldn't visit if I'd been,
No. And how do you think he died?
Beaten to death.
By whom?
By whoever this male is that's coming. It's a male that's coming this way.
There's a man coming this way?
Well, that's what's in my mind now because I'm linking with the boy. That's what I'm saying.
And is there a man present here now?
I haven't sensed one yet.
Okay. But there's something...
There is definitely something negative that would have come towards them, yeah.
Okay. All right. That was unbelievable. The timing of it was just unbelievable. I don't know if we were recording that or anything, but it was just bizarre how when David piped up straight away and then Max went straight into it, didn't he?
He was in the air constantly.
Okay. I think what we should do now, maybe, I don't know how everybody else feels, Derek and Paul and Kieran and all the rest of the crew, if basically we do a Ouija board here and maybe send a couple of people up top. What do you think, Carl, yeah? All right. So it's back to you in the studio quickly while we reposition and get ourselves ready for a Ouija board. We'll keep Max down here with us and send a couple of people up top. But for me, that's absolutely fascinating. The timing of it was brilliant. It's back to you, David, in the studio. Okay, let's set up to do this Ouija board.
Okay, good stuff. So this boy in the corner scared Victorian Tim, who is 8. So what was the boy doing in the stables? We'll find out after this break. Welcome back to this, the final hour of the final night of Most Haunted Live at Halloween. Yes, this is hour number 12, and we're investigating the East End of London. Now, I do have to just tell you something that happened in the break. Gordon was just talking to me in the break, and you told me something that I found very interesting, which was...
While the investigation's been going on, just prior to things, I've been tuning in and picking up things and having a chat to Matthew, and it seems to be, it's corroborating a lot of what is happening on the show.
OK, but you came up with the stuff before they did on location?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for example...
And told Matthew?
Yeah, well, not even necessarily telling me, we just, you know, assume doing what Gordon does, then turns around and goes, Jacob? And just re-saying it, and then about 3 or 4 minutes later, then Derek saying, you know, Jacobs, and leaving what he said. So, and also, Gordon's obviously not been to the locations, and before we went to the stables was seemingly describing it.
Is that evidence? Or is it just interesting?
Well, if you're going to be interesting, intriguing, and yeah, that's the stuff. It's why I sit there thinking, yeah, this is why I'm interested in this stuff, because it's something you need to try and now find an explanation
Okay,
for.
let me tell you one thing. That on location, they were sensing this boy's spirit, if you recall, and then Max seemed to bark. What they've done, they've actually taken a photo of that particular area, and this is what they found, okay? Now, that orb in the middle of your picture there, and we're talking about that round object there, which obviously has a different consistency to the rest of the picture. Now, what is that an orb, Gordon?
Well, it's certainly an orb in shape. What it is as a spirit is very difficult to say, because there's so many things it could be, and as a medium, I'd like to be there and sense if I felt something. David obviously did. I'd have to say, go along with David and see what he felt.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a, well, I said red herring in terms of, I think with orbs now, we're fairly confident that found, okay? Now, that orb in the middle of your picture there, and we're talking about that round object there, which obviously has a different consistency to the rest of the picture. Now, what is that an orb, Gordon?
Well, it's certainly an orb in shape. What it is as a spirit is very difficult to say, because there's so many things it could be, and as a medium, I'd like to be there and sense if I felt something. David obviously did. I'd have to say, go along with David and see what he felt.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a, well, I said red herring in terms of, I think with orbs now, we're fairly confident that most of those kinds of effects, which are photographic effects, could be explained in terms of dust. So I think that's...
I have to tell you also, I spoke to a digital camera expert who said that they weren't artefacts on the whole. But thank you for the moment. Let's go and rejoin the team as they continue tonight's investigation.
I'll be glad when you've gone.
OK, we're here, we're sitting at the table, we're going to do a Ouija board now. There's Paul, there's Derek, there's David and myself. We've sent Stuart, Carl and Ian off to the different area. It sounds to me already, I think they've already been catching something which I hope's been caught on the webcam. So what I'd like to ask to do now is for David, if you can open it up for us and offer protection.
OK. Imagine then your white light above your head, flowing down through your body, down through your left arm, into the person's right arm next to you in a clockwise direction. Become a ball of that brilliant white light of protection. Just add a little extra layer because it's quite a difficult place. Put up the archangels. So before me, Raphael. Behind me, Gabriel. My right hand, Michael. My left hand, Uriel. Around me burn the pentagrams of fire. And behind us shine the six-ray star of pure white brilliance. Amen.
Amen. OK, you ready? OK, fingers on the glass. OK.
Oh,
everybody.
My chair.
Okay. All your other hands up on the top here. OK. You happy?
Yeah.
OK. If there is any spirit people here now, please can you try and talk to us? Please hear my voice. Please try and move this glass. Please push the glass around the table. Try to spell out... Something just tapped me on my leg.
It wasn't me.
Something just tapped me on my thigh, on my right. Just a little tiny, just on my leg.
Okay.
If there is anybody here, please, if that was you that touched me, maybe you can push this glass. Let us know that you're around. Can you do something for us now? Push the glass around the table for us, please. Maybe we can help you. Were you treated poorly in life? Are you still in pain? Or do you just want to see your loved ones? Maybe you don't want us here. Please, I'm calling to any spirit people, any astral beings that may be in this building now with us. If so, please push the glass. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine up here. We are hearing a lot of things. Literally, we keep talking for Tim and everything happens when you ask for the little boy's name.
Okay, we can hear you, Carl. We can hear you without the walkie-talkie. Okay. Tim, is that you? Tim, are you amongst us now? Please, come forward. Can you do something for us now? Move the glass. I don't know about you, but it's very cold around the glass. It's freezing, isn't it?
Just around our hands. Isn't it?
Could you spell out your name for us, please? Spell out your name.
I don't know if you could even read or write.
No, I suppose not. Do you feel it's the little boy?
I don't know at this point.
If you can hear my voice, if you're a little boy, could you push the glass a lot harder for us if you're a little boy? Are you a man? Push the glass harder if you're a man. Something's just tapped me on the head. Okay. Can you spell? Can you spell? Can you spell? Can you spell? Obviously not. It's gone really cold. Freezing. I don't think... What do you think this... Oh, my word. F. What's that?
You.
Oh, here we go. G. T. Nonsense. Are you playing with us? Are you playing? God, some cold breezes around this glass. Freezing. Are you playing with us? Stop the glass. Can you push the glass in a violent manner if you wish us to leave? Do you wish us to go? Oh, how cold is that breeze around your hand? Can you pick that up on the thermal?
Where is it?
Right round our hands here, round the hands. It's so cold. It's freezing.
No, there is a temperature drop around where you are.
Yeah?
But I'm not picking anything up on the thermal imager. I'm picking
There's
up
a
on the
definite
laser
temperature
thermometer.
drop.
There's certainly a breeze behind you.
Okay.
To the right of Derek, to the left of Paul.
Okay. Okay. Can you spell? Can you spell? Do you wish us to stay? Do you need help? Can you do something else for us, maybe? Throw something else. Do you want to ask some questions, David?
Yep. Can you move this glass if you're male? Please move this glass if you're a man. Move the glass if you're a woman.
What was that? Was that a stone? What was it? I heard that.
It wasn't near me.
Was that something thrown? You could hear it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Keep asking.
Move the glass if you...
Whoa! What was that?
It sounded like a nail or metal,
Yeah,
didn't
it
it?
did sound like
On
metal.
the chair, whatever it was.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a bit freaked out now.
Yeah.
How's everybody else feeling? You all right, Paul?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Those
Yeah.
aren't antics of a child, they're not...
No, okay.
If there are any spirit, any astral beings, please, I know it's difficult, but please move the glass if you're with us. just as a sign of your presence. I found the nail.
Okay.
The nail.
Oh, that's cold plaster.
Freezing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is absolutely freezing.
There we go. Good. It's twisting.
Okay. Please keep the glass moving if you are male.
There's another one over there.
Is that another one? Okay. Go on. Male.
Well, as you can see, we lost the picture there on the location, and I'm just waiting to find out what's going on. Whilst we re-establish this seems a very good time to actually jump in and say that is it for the investigation for Halloween. So thank you to everyone who's made tonight, and indeed all the Most Haunted Lives possible. Everyone here, the studio audience, everyone, all of you at home, here in the United Kingdom, Europe and the United States. And from me, for the very last time, goodbye and see you soon.
Where you are.
Where are you standing? Oh?
Where?
Near you. Right by you.
Wouldn't I know it?
Oh.
There's a message for me.
It could be a person. Ask the question again.
Is it a message for me? Is it?
It appears to be Paul, yeah, it could be.
Nice.
Is it in the middle? Okay.
What's to say now?
Ask a question. Is it
Is it somebody I know?
Okay.
Is that, yeah?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Ask.
Next one,
Yeah, maybe ask. Just give it 3 names, Paul. Just mix them up. Whoever you think it is.
Okay.
Use that name, but just in whatever order. Give 3 names, so 2 false, 1
Is it?
true.
And
Is
then-
it?
Is it a relation?
Okay.
Is it?
So think of 3 who you could possibly think it could be.
But there's so many.
You okay? Something's come through the air. Wants to talk to you.
Is it a close friend? Excuse me, a close friend? Yeah.
Right, yeah. Can you work it down?
Does your name begin with R?
Okay, now give 3 names beginning with R. One of them be the correct one.
Okay. Is it Rose? Is it Reg? I can't believe this. Is this you, Regina? Is it?
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing in this neck of the woods? Honest to God. Yes.
Okay. And that can sometimes happen, can't it?
Yeah.
When you're actually doing a Ouija board or something, some people can actually come forward who are related to you and want to try and give you a message. And what we'll try and do... What is going on over there? Let me just call on the... Mark, are you all right? You were saying there's some strange smells?
Me and Richard, I pulled Richard over there to have a look with me, and we both experienced it. A really, really strong smell, like either horse or horse tack.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, and then it just disappeared. And then it came back again and disappeared and it came back again.
Yeah, we walked through it and then it turned around and it's completely gone.
And also Max is not taking any notice of that corner that he went absolutely mad in now. At all.
Sorry, Derek. Sorry. Just need to check, guys. Are you all right? Because we're hearing bangs and stuff.
Might be something
Well,
else.
it seems that wherever we are, it's like someone's following us and throwing stuff at us, and every time we turn around and walk back, there's nobody there, so it's just kind of weird.
Let's hope they've got them on the, that on the webcam.
Every time we ask for Tim.
Okay. Go on, take Max upstairs. Max is going to come upstairs with... Are you all right with that?
Carry on, yeah.
Okay. If we're barking, maybe he's moved up there. Yeah? Okay. All right. How are you feeling? Is everybody feeling? Do you feel anybody's around us now? Obviously, Regina is here.
I'm paralysed with fear.
Are you?
Well, no, I'm not. I'm just a bit, you know. So I don't know whether it is Reg, really.
You can ask control questions. That's the only
Okay.
way to do it, really.
All right. This has been. I want to stay here all night. It's absolutely fascinating. I just want to say it's time for everybody to go now. We're going to stay here a little while longer because I'm sure we want to get to the bottom of some of these things. Thank you so much for watching, the audience in the studio and everybody at home, and of course everybody, our new viewers in the USA. Thank you so very much. Have a happy Halloween. We've certainly had an incredibly scary one. See you next time. Night-night.
Night.
Okay.